Well, happy New Year's Eve, guys. It's officially the last day of 2025. Cheers to that. And man, this year has gone by fast, let me tell you. And the stock market right now isn't looking so hot as we're slowly wrapping up the year. We're down across the board. QQQ's down 0.3%. Same with the S&P and the Dow for that matter, as the Russell slipping the worst, 0.35% in the red, as silver, guys, you know silver's been hot. Silver's down 9%, big drawdown in silver, and gold's down over 1%. So you guys know the drill. We're going to break down the charts, the markets, stocks I'm looking at, and we're going to cover some news regarding unemployment claims we just got. So guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon for my private portfolio updates, my private Discord, that's linked down below, also pinned in the comments, or go to stocks-surfast.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers again, guys. Let's get into it. So we're down across the board right now, and there's not really many stocks, at least on my watch list, that are green right now. Well, I guess except for DJT, funny enough, Trump Media, whatever the heck the company's called now. Yeah, Trump Media, right? Yeah, it's up 9%. So that's green. We have Sweet Green up. I don't even know why Sweet Green's on my watch list. It is. It's up 4%. Nike's up 4%. But really, that's just it. There's not much going on right now. We're slipping to end off the year, and I guess the Santa Claus rally is officially, dead. Not happening. You know what I mean? Today was like the last hope of the Santa Claus rally. But come on, guys, we're not getting it. We kind of had the idea that we weren't going to get a huge rally maybe a couple days ago. It didn't look like we were. Anyway, we're down. Santa Claus rally is pretty much done for, guys. And at this point, if we look at the S&P, start breaking down some charts, we are pulling back towards the 180 SMA, it seems like, at about 680, 682, right around this moving average. That's kind of where it looks like SPY's going to find support here, probably in the new year, right? Right around 680, 682, 678, that general range. And QQQ, it's right around that 180 SMA as well on this 4-hour time frame. And you're noticing here, we haven't hit an all-time high in a couple of weeks, unlike SPY. SPY just hit all-time highs literally a couple days ago. QQQ has not hit an all-time high since October, but I think that will change in the new year. We have a wedge here. Higher lows, lower highs at the same time. My alerts are set. I'm waiting, guys. I'm ready at 625, 627. I think if we take those levels out in the new year, we're going to start going nuts. I think we're going a lot higher. So that's the way I'm seeing things here. Silver is down, like I said, 9%. So, man, this thing hit 82 an ounce, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, saw the drawdown to about 69 an ounce. Then we had another run yesterday, you guys saw, right? Big run yesterday from 69, 70 an ounce up to about 78 an ounce. And you'll notice, boom, we got hit at a lower high. Now we're right back down to 71 an ounce. We're testing this support from a couple days ago at $70 an ounce. Guys, this is critical. We do have a descending triangle here on the 5-day, 5-minute, which is bearish. That's a bearish pattern. So keep in mind, if this takes 70 out, we might be going lower. But when in doubt, zoom out, right? You're noticing, okay, the trend is still obviously bullish. But like I said, man, if that descending triangle plays out, we take out $70, start falling into the 69, 68 level. This could slip potentially back down towards 62 an ounce, 63, 64 an ounce, towards that 180 SMA. That is possible. Guys, you have to realize silver has made a parabolic move. In the last month, it is still up 40%. At one point, it was up 65%. So even if it were to come down to 60 an ounce, it would still be up 20% month over month. Guys, that is insane. So watch the charts. And of course, we'll do more updates. So make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow along for more content. Let me show you now here the unemployment claims, which these came in. They typically come on Thursday. So I guess they came today because of, tomorrow's New Year's Day. It's a federal holiday. So we got this number today, guys. The unemployment claims came in at 199,000. That was under the forecast of 219,000 and under last week's 215,000. So that's a very good sign. Unemployment claims essentially measures the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. So you want to see that less than the forecast, and in this case, that's exactly what we got. 199,000 again was the actual number. The forecast was 219,000, and previously last month it was 215,000. So we came in 20,000. We beat that number by 20,000. So 20,000 less unemployment claims than expected. Very, very good sign. And obviously the labor market, it's nowhere near being in the clear, right? I mean, there's still struggles there. Unemployment rate's still high compared to where it was. Labor market's a bit shaky, right? It's not terrible by any means, but it's not the best either, let's be honest. But that's a good number. That's a good number that we just got there, and the market really doesn't care. I mean, we get this number every week. Unless it's a crazy, drastic number different from the estimate, the market's not going to care. And we're seeing, slightly, again, a slight red day today. Stocks are slipping. And at this point, man, a lot of these big tech names, I think, are setting up nicely heading into the new year. I mean, look, Google, Alphabet, for example, we can see this one had a very good month of October into November, right? Very good November. The stock got to 335 by the end of November. And since then, over the last month, we've kind of cooled off, sold off, whatever you want to call it, down to about 310, 315, all while maintaining the moving averages. Guys, we're holding higher lows. We have an inverse head and shoulders on Alphabet forming here. Let me show you this 1 hour chart. You're noticing that inverse head and shoulders potential breakout forming here. So I think we are going to break out. I think we are going to break out in the new year. You're kind of seeing it here. We have a wedge as well on top of that inverse head and shoulders. So I'm thinking, all right, if Google, Alphabet can take out 315, 320, yeah, I think we're due for another leg up. I think we're going 335. I think we're going higher, and I'm long. Alphabet is it's between Google and Nvidia, which is my biggest stock holding, individual stock holding, but Alphabet's right there. Depending on how those two perform, right? They take, it's one's in first, one's in second. They're close. They're neck and neck. So depending on how they do, one's in first place 1 week, second place, blah, blah, blah. But either way, Alphabet, Nvidia, my two biggest individual stock holdings, and they're setting up quite nicely into the new year. I love it. I love it. We can see some other good setups, I think. Amazon, I like the way Amazon's setting up. We have a double bottom breakout forming on the 4 hour chart. We have a golden cross. We're above both moving averages. We just need to get the momentum, which I think we will, above 235, 240 in particular. I think if we take 240 out, this could really start to break, 255, 260, maybe higher than that. So AMZN, I like the setup here. Let's see. Let's run through some other tech names while we're at it. Apple, maybe not the best setup here. We are under the moving averages. Death Cross, I'm not loving that. Microsoft, not loving this one either. It actually has not hit all-time highs since July. Think about that, guys. Microsoft's been down for a good 5-6 months now. What else? Meta, obviously, you guys know I'm in Meta. I like the setup here. I think if we take 675 out, we have a wide open gap to $750, $800 a share, and we have a clear ascending triangle forming on this 4 hour chart on Meta. So keep your eyes on this. I like the way it's setting up. Which one am I forgetting here? Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Oh my God, my mind is mashed potatoes, guys. Apple, did I say Apple? Yeah, I showed you guys Apple. I'm definitely missing a big one here. Tesla, maybe? Yeah, I guess Tesla. Yeah, I don't know, man. Either way, a lot of these are interesting. I think Tesla's setting up quite nicely as well. We got to 500. Now we're down to 450. with the SpaceX IPO, you know, all the hype around that could help Tesla. Who knows? So I like that in the new year. The pullback here looks strong. We were a bit overbought. Now we're more oversold, holding this moving average. So I think Tesla honestly is setting up nicely for a rebound in the new year. But we'll see, guys. So yeah, I think I might have missed a big tech name. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it's all good. Netflix is another one I'm eyeing up. This used to be, you know, a big tech FANG stock. You guys remember the FANG stocks before Mag 7? Yeah, Netflix was in that. Now Netflix got booted out. You know, it's not as big as these other names, not nearly as big, but it's still one of those top players that I'm watching. I'm actually considering buying some Netflix stock in the new year. Haven't done it yet. Been contemplating it. It's down 30% from highs. We'll see. I'm probably going to add it. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that stuff, right? Follow along for more. Join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, my private Discord. That's linked down below. Also pinned in the comments, or go to stocksarefest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.